Everyone, if I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer.
Oh, yeah.
Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once. But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. Have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Sit in captain's chair when ready. Well, I want to explore first.
Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be. The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do. Impressive range of view.
Widescreen. OLED.
Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later.
Nothing? There's gotta be something. Oh, here we go. Master system.
So many decks. Full of crew that are now my responsibility. Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Hoorah. Okay. Examine.
The first officer seat. My seat. Right now, though, I need to fill in for Captain Solano.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Alright. Yeah, this doesn't look very safe.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sif emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Okay. Calibration tool. That's the one we need.
Beginning recalibration.
Align it. Oh gosh.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Oh, it pulls it. Oh my goodness. Ah, got it.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
That's kind of snobby. Got a heck of a chin
Yes,
there.
I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermont's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he needs answers. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for First Officer, given your vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Oh.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Oh, the captain.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew. And he was one of my closest friends.
Oh, dear.
So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure.
What's the blinky light?
Just a moment.
Uh-oh. It's hit the fan.
We've
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
On screen.
Is it gonna throw us to the Delta Quadrant?
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Estimated time to impact, 2 minutes.
Red alert.
Aye.
Uh-oh.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact, 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
Well, she seems more confident.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
What are shields? She sounds more confident.
Petrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Oh.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
I hope this was the right choice.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
Diaz is voiced by the guy who voiced Spider-Man.
Experienced a surge of radiation.
Spider-Man. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
It can blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Alright, so Simon says, fun fact, Diaz is voiced by the guy who voiced Spider-Man in the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series, the best Spider-Man cartoon. Did you just, like, know that by hearing the voice? That's pretty cool.
Affirmative.
Engage the override.
I love it when I can
It
recognize
should allow
somebody
us to
from
stop
one
the
thing.
EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Yes. Okay. We got interlock 1.
Failsafe override engaged.
Kind of heard the similarity.
Are you sure?
Then looked it
I
up.
am registering
Yeah.
some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
Josh
We
Keaton.
need to route the signals so they don't
That's pretty
interfere
cool.
with each other.
Yeah, I have that happen a lot. You hear a voice and you're like, is that? No. And then you look it up and it just makes it so much better. Alright. We'll move it over there. We're gonna move that one? Yep. We're gonna move it over here? Yep. Like that one episode where Data was like moving them
Diaz to Resolute.
around.
The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Use one. Oh, okay.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Alright, I guess we're gonna, oh gosh, 5 minutes. Woo! I thought I shot it, but I get, oh my gosh. Oh no, there's one right next to me. I guess it's too far away. I'm firing my lasers. Oh, no.
We're almost to the regulator.
The skybox looks sick. Yeah, the whole game looks awesome.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
And now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
It's a pretty good game. What are we doing now? Move, grab, and adjust. Right there? What's this one? I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. Doesn't look like that's doing anything. That one. Oh!
The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak can...
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Oh!
Get down! DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. All vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us. Put him through.
This is
Resolute,
intense.
the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest
people
way to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out.
Mercy brakes don't work.
Reverse the
Must be a
polarity
Chevy.
of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
It's
And
definitely
repel
something.
the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Trust me?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
Uh-oh.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
If we reverse polarity, we blow them off the hull. I'll do the bolts.
We're going to blow the bolts. Starbase,
Ooh,
stand
everybody
by.
like that.
We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris incoming. Find cover.
Cover? Nilly, Get under the access panel. It's armored with duranium.
But what about you? Carter, maybe we can both fit behind this.
Open the panel.
They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
Uh-oh. Oh.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
So intense for a Star Trek game. What now? Okay, both of them. Put some muscle into it.
Look out!
Oh.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now.
Oh. Can't catch a break.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this.
She's already got hurt
Get in
once.
there.
We need to put her in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not let it come down to that.
Ow. Ooh. We haven't even left the space dock yet. We've got hammered.
We made it.
They're safe, bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Price of duty.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Let's get this off.
Yikes.
Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
It's just a flesh wound.
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great. Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermont?
The Resolute suffered damage from the exploding bolts. But we've successfully moored to the station. The ship is secure. Our systems are coming back online, but we have a fair amount of repairs before we're ready to go.
Put a halt on the roll-off of Starbase engineering staff. We have a schedule to keep. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Come here, Raven. Come here. Come here. Say hi.
What a debacle. I was caught with my pants down. Not even
Pants
on
down?
my own ship when the wave hit. I had to go running out of the Starbase commander's office just to...
Puppy.
But you followed my order. I appreciate
You
that.
are the captain?
Hell, I'm relieved.
Say, how about number 3? It was right.
I did it because it was the right thing to do at the time. It's protocol for a reason.
That doesn't make this better, Jara.
Oops.
But you see my problem, don't you? They were all against me on that bridge. And they were ready to go against my orders. I'm not blind to it.
I don't speak for anyone else. But you know I'm in your corner. You're my captain, and I'll stand behind you.
Well, it takes more than the two of us to run this ship, unfortunately.
Is that whiskey?
Oh. Drink?
Yes.
Sure. Thank you.
Your predecessor, Commander Sutherland, is missed. But for all the adoration of the crew, including the senior staff, I just couldn't rely on him. He would question, undermine me in front of the crew. I sometimes think they still hear his voice. That sort of thing has a way of lingering. And you can't argue with a ghost.
Captain, perhaps you and the crew would be better served if you look at this mission as a fresh start.
You can never really leave the past behind.
If we don't, you can never move forward.
Now, this won't be easy. But I'm glad I have you here with me.
Glad to be here, Captain.
And despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermont, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
Seems like a very active game. We're not gonna put it down. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna chug it.
Ready or not, here we go.
That does not look good.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
A lot of cutscenes in this game, but they look really nice.
Docking clamps released.
Story seems pretty good.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar. That should do it. Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
Make way to it. You gotta say the classic. Yeah,
Engage.
that's right.
Simple, but effective.
Easy.
Thank you. I'm fine.
I think we have
Really.
another visitor. Come on.
You don't look so good.
Come here, Sinky. Ow. Cat claws. Say hi, Sinky. Kitty. Oh, my magic ring.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
I do not look so hot.
Help me get her inside.
Oh, I just ate. Shoot. Out for the count.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your deridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're...
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the deridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet, and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
Oh, the choices. I'm gonna say it's an honor.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed,
Does not sound
operating
good.
in the pressure cooker of his own mind, which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake.
A lot of hostility towards the
What
captain.
concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery.
Learn to
The major innovation. Something he can put his name on.
I don't know if
The
number
more
one
the
is
time
true,
passes
though.
and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
I don't know for sure if
People
he's
become
learned.
blinded by their own ambition. I've seen it happen before.
I hear you. But that's my job, isn't it? To make sure that doesn't happen. And we don't lose sight of the bigger picture.
Which is exactly why I'm so glad you're here. We need you now more than ever. I have to admit, I was concerned when I heard what happened on the bridge. You just followed Solano's orders despite having better options in front of you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship, and everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Say thank you.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's a combination of hyronolin and lectrazine to counter the radiation effects. That should help speed your healing. She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Uh-oh.
Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again.
She likes you.
I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
She's a cutie.
One of the benefits of working a security rotation. Lots of opportunities to walk by sickbay and stop in. Millie was looking in on you too, by the way. But since it's just us right now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse, leaving it unsaid.
Let's not make any assumptions.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk.
Yeah, shut up.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Go for it.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is? If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I heard that right.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
We got a girlfriend.
Bitch up on the molly, she rollin', she love on me. I just took a hit and gave a couple left for free. Lucid on my flight and I'm about headed overseas. Let me see the money, I'm thinking about a gate. Let me get fucked up, I'm taking the time off. That bitch, you got the time wrong, better just walk off. I hit him with a shotty, watch him doze off too long. It's 6 feet deep in the path of the Tucson. The rope drag him down the desert, they stay calm. I don't really wanna have to kill him in the daytime. Grab him up, and then I hide him till the time's due. Bitch, when I run till I shock him like Raikou. Bitch, I'm with the shit, high as fuck up off the grid. Low-key with my shit, mix the benzos in the fish, pouring up some syrup, got my eyes on lazy lids, I just grab a four and turn it to the ceiling, if you got some problem, come and get your hit. If you want some smoke, I'ma take your bitch. Fucked up bitch, can't you take a hit? I'll just pull up and grab the